But, all that aside, budget aside, revenue aside, what would it take in order to replace the revenue that this potential income tax cut would cause? What is the plan to replace the revenue on the books as it is?
Well, Trump's plan is to replace it with tariffs. He wants to use import duties, tariffs, as a means of raising the revenue to fund the operations of the federal government, which carries its own set of problems. As I said before, we've got roughly $5.5 trillion of revenue going into the federal budget, going into the federal coffers. Only 2% of that money, Josh, is coming from tariffs right now. And you can double tariffs, you can triple them, you can quadruple them. It's not going to replace the money lost by 75% of the taxpayers dropping off the roll. So what that means is the remaining taxpayers that are on the rolls, the top 25%, would have to pay a significantly disproportional share of their significantly disproportional increase in their tax burdens to replace the revenue, assuming you can't replace it with tariffs. And I am completely convinced. In fact, I just wrote an article on this and just finished the article today, a detailed analysis of tariffs and what the burden would have to be. And as I said, you could increase the tariffs by 4, 5, 6, 7, 100%, and it would not replace the revenue lost by the income by taking that many people off the income tax. You can't raise enough money in tariffs to fund $5.5 trillion worth of spending.
Are there any other ideas that this external revenue service could potentially utilize in order to raise revenue externally from the country? I mean, they do like the idea of raising money through other people rather than the citizenry, if that makes sense.
Well, let me just say this. It is simply not true to suggest that tariffs are paid by foreign countries. That's not accurate. All right. U.S. citizens, U.S. consumers pay tariffs. All right. What happens is when a country imports a product into the United States, the tariff is assessed at the point of ingress into the country. All right. So it is the importer that pays the tariff. The cost of the tariff is added to the wholesale cost of the product. That product is then sold to distributors,